she was just like, well, I'm not gonna do that. I was just like, okay, don't do that. But me and you are no longer friends. Hey X-Ray fam, it's been a minute since I've seen you guys, and that's all my fault because 2 weeks ago we had a winter storm in Houston, Texas, which technically that wasn't really my fault. I couldn't put out any videos for you guys because I was cold. Baby, I was cold. The power went out, on and off. The whole Texas was pretty much struggling over here, but by God's grace, you know, everything got figured out over here, and it's crazy because a whole week later, it was sunny and shiny and all that good stuff. But we're back and we're better. So if you're new to my channel, just go ahead and click that like, comment, subscribe button because it's never too late to join the X-Ray fam. We welcome new people. We also reached 100 subscribers. Hopefully it's more by the time I put out this video. People who contact me and tell me that they love my videos and they watch my channel, you guys don't understand, like, it makes me so happy and I love you guys. If you're reading the title, then you already know what this is going to be about. I asked my Instagram to ask me juicy questions like Q&A or whatever, and I got some interesting questions. Some questions are out of pocket. I probably will not answer them. Also, if you guys see me reading down, it's because the questions are over here. I record on my phone, so I think I'm gonna knock out the simple ones first. So definitely stay tuned to the end because I feel like I'm gonna answer more of the juicy questions to the end, the basic questions like in the front, so I can just knock them out because it's quite a few questions. Okay, what's one funny, embarrassing moment? 4th grade or 5th grade, and I wore, you know, back in the day, like those hairstyles you used to do, like your mom did, unless you wear like sew-ins or nothing. I mean, I was in 4th grade, so why would I wear a wig or sew-in? I had my hair braided up, like my natural hair braided, and then, you know, those poofy ponytails were in style back in the day, so that's what I wore. I wore like a poofy ponytail, and this guy behind me just snatched my ponytail off and threw it in front of the line. We was like doing line leader. You know, in elementary, you used to follow the leader or whatever. That's what we were doing. I didn't really have hair like that because I used to get my hair perm and no damage my hair like crazy. I'm natural now. I got a nice full head of hair. If you're watching this and you still relax your hair, what are you doing, baby? It's 2021. Let the relaxers go. Stick to your natural hair. That's the way. Anyways, so I had a short ponytail doing some kind of dance. It was a negative and it was so embarrassing. Mind you, I'm looking back, looking for my ponytail. Mind you, it was in the front of the line. Someone's like, I got it.
Why are you crying?
Like, you can see that I'm still scarred till this day. It's so embarrassing. That whole memory is still stuck in my head, shows that how scarred I am. And by the time I was on the school bus on my way home, it circulated throughout the whole school and everybody knows.
Risa, what happened? What happened to you?
Do you really want me to tell you what happened, Darius?
Jaquavius, I think you know what happened. Javon, don't even start.
I feel like if someone snatched off my wig now, I'd have been like, okay, Ann, these cornrows are neat, baby. That has to be one of the most embarrassing things that's ever happened to me in my life. How can a guy get to be with you? Ooh, that's a good question. I think with confidence. I love a very confident man, a very confident guy who comes and approaches you respectfully. That confidence is an aura. You can feel it. It's like, okay, you're bold. And if he does it funny, like he gives me little funny jokes, that's even points up there. And most definitely if he's respectful. If he's respectful, then he's most likely gonna get a good response from me. I've actually probably walked by some men. I walked by some and they're calling me by the color I'm
wearing. A strawberry.
I was wearing like a red like jumpsuit. Hey, strawberry. Hey, red. Like, who is that? That's not my name. Who do you think you are? Are you Drake? Please, I hate catcallers. It is the most disrespectful thing ever. I am not a dog. Sorry, but if you're really trying to get my attention, come up to me, ask me my name. How are you? Are you doing okay? You know, respectfully. He's not for everybody. And I'm not saying that he can't date around, but I mean, as in, he's not, you know, being intimate with everyone. That's, you're for the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
I can hear the streets they're calling you. Whatever Future said. What's your dream goals? All right, so I want to be a successful real estate agent. I'm actually taking my real estate courses currently, and your girl gonna be, you know, a bad boss, you know, successful real estate agent. I also want to be a successful YouTube influencer. Hopefully my platform on YouTube grows one day. I definitely feel like I'm a very creative person. I like to write poetry. I do want to film one of my poems and put it on my channel this year. Most definitely I will do that. Things just gotta come aligned and in place when I can do it. I also want to be a successful businesswoman. I want to sell luxury nightwear. Do not steal my idea. Actually, someone out here already has it, but that's what I want. I want to put out a collection, summer, fall, winter, of luxury nightwear. I'm putting it out there and someone's probably gonna be like, thank you for the idea. Anyways, it's not gonna be as creative as mine because you don't got my brain, but that's, yeah. Those are my dream goals. What is your wildest drunk moment? Okay, so you guys really want the details. That's what I'm hearing. So I wouldn't say this is my wildest drunk moment just because I don't recall what happened, but I guess it kind of has to be just because I don't recall what happened. So basically me and my friends from high school, we had linked up in college, and I'm 21 by the way, so don't do me. I can drink legally. So me and my friends had linked up. It was like one night and we didn't go anywhere. We just chilled in like a parking lot and we were just all in the car. Cause it was very spontaneous. It was just like, oh, I'm with a few of them. And then I'm like, oh, call up so-and-so if they're here. They came and then they called up someone and we all linked up, right? So we were in the car, just jamming, talking, catching up, how's life? Cause you know, we were all in senior year, and you know, after senior year of high school, a lot of things changed. Some of my classmates got married. One of my classmates went to jail. You know what I mean? Like, things changed, things happened. So we were catching up. And my friend, she had brought a bottle. She came like later on and she brought a bottle. And she was just like, hey, I got the bottles. And, you know, we were all like, hey, what's up? So this is where I messed up. This is
the part that I messed up.
So she pours a shot in my mouth. Not just any kind of shot. She counts to 10. Mind you, the whole car counts to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm like,
Pour it up. What's up?
I was so stupid. I didn't know what I was thinking. I was just thinking, okay, she's counting to 10. Cool. It's just going to be the equivalent of one shot just because it's in my mouth. I didn't realize how much, you know, liquor I could contain in my mouth, but it was a lot. So just think about someone pouring alcohol in your mouth and they're counting to 10. That's a minute. Like, if you really think about it, that's a lot. So I remember we were just having fun, just talking and dancing. Like, we got the car, just dancing. You know, when you reunite with people you haven't seen in years, you're just like so excited, just catching up. And next thing you know, I'm like, I don't feel so good, guys. I don't feel so great. Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. I never felt this before.
Listen! Driver!
Wait a minute.
So I got out the car and I went straight to the grass. When I tell you guys that is literally the last thing, I was just like, oh no, I don't feel so good. And then next thing you know, I woke up. Who knows how many hours went by. I woke up, by the way, P.S. This was so dumb of me. And if you're on my channel right now and you feel like you want to judge me, God said don't judge. It's very much ugly. And if you telling me that you do drink, I promise you, I know for sure you've had a very much lit night and you probably had a bad hangover, so you can't really judge. So, you know, I woke up and I just hear Risa. Of us in the car, like my girlfriend was sitting next to me, not my you know, girlfriend, like this girl that's my friend. I don't go that side. She was just like, oh, we're at your house. I'm like, my house? What do you mean we're at my house? I'm just thinking like, oh shit, didn't I drive to where we met up? I'm like, where's my car? I looked and I was just like, oh, okay. You guys are so sweet. You know, I'm drunk. I'm like, you guys are so sweet. You parked my car for me. Like, you're just so sweet. Obviously, I couldn't drive because I just woke up and they knew I wasn't even capable of driving. So that was so sweet of them, by the way. Dahlia, you a real one. Dahlia, if you're watching this, you a real one. Enrique, you a real one. All of y'all in the car was a real one. And my friend just walked my house and she told me, like, you know, just get in safely. And she just made sure I was good, which I definitely appreciate. And the first hangover I ever had, and it was the worst. That's the only hangover I actually had. And my friends told me that, oh, you know, we went to the McDonald's. You opened the car door in the back and you threw up. And the cash register person was just looking like, what's going on? And the people behind us was beeping the car like, sis, are you okay? And I was just like, dang, that happened. I don't even recall going to McDonald's and you guys didn't get me anything. Rude. Okay, that was the wildest drunk. Who's my best friend? My best friend is Diamond Johnson. I love her so much. I've been rocking with her since the 8th grade. She's a bad bee. She's a hustler, a lover, someone that I appreciate truly. Since I met her, we've been kicking it and she's solid as a rock. So love her. Shout out to her. She also have her own YouTube channel and I'm probably gonna leave her channel in my description if you guys want to go subscribe to her, and her Instagram as well if you guys want to go follow her because she's the best. Love you, best friend. Who do you look up to the most and what qualities do you love about that person? Is it sad that I don't look up to anyone? Like, I don't have a mentor. I don't have anyone that I'm like, I want to be just like them. I have people that I kind of admire but not necessarily look up to them. What's one thing a guy did that made you look at him different in a bad way? We're gonna have to give these people's names. I wish I can do a separate story time for this because it's pretty long. We're gonna name the guy. These people are kind of local. Well, the guy is local and my friends probably know who I'm talking about, but the guy is pretty local, so I'm not gonna say his name. We're gonna name him Casey. We're gonna name him Casey. There's 2 other friends who are gonna be in this story. This is my close friend that I'm gonna be talking about a lot. Okay, it's gonna be Casey, and the other girl, we're gonna name her Natasha. And we're gonna name my other friend Melinda. So me and Casey were talking for a while. I had broke up with my previous ex and I started talking to someone else and his name was Casey. But initially I didn't see him in that way. He was friends with, he was a mutual friend with someone else I knew and they were really close and he was trying to get put on with me, and my friend just kept telling me like, oh, Casey's a good guy, he's so sweet, like you should really talk to him. And since he was friends with my friends and she had nothing but good things to say about him, I thought, why not? But at the same time, I just wasn't interested. I really wasn't interested. And Casey was just applying pressure with me, like consistently hitting me up, consistently trying to go out, consistently just trying to talk to me and like be with me and, you know, doing what guys do, like chase the girl. That's what he was doing for a few months actually. And then after a while I realized, okay, Casey's actually a very nice guy. He's sweet and I see that he consistently pursues me. So that means he wants me, and then maybe once he has me, he's gonna treat me good.
Rock!
Me and Casey were talking for a while and it's crazy because I wasn't attracted to him at first, but then later on, you know, I'm definitely a personality kind of woman. You can be the hottest thing, but if your personality sucks, I cannot talk to you. I feel like I'm a very interesting person. I love to conversate. And if the personality is just not clicking with mine, we can't dance. We're not going to be rocking. So me and him were, you know, the personality was there and he was a genuine sweet person. So I officially like gave him a chance. And then once I started falling for him, you know, it's like not falling for him in a way, but I was just slowly like feeling him, and then but not serious, but we were talking, you know what I mean? Like my friends knew about him. I was speaking about him a lot. His friends knew about me. There was one event. There was like this ASA event. If you're in Texas and you already know I'm talking about, African Student Association, that they host every year. It's like a fun day, like an ASO fun day. And this year it was in Dallas, and this is 2019 in July. And me and him were talking, and I used to tell my friends about him. That's why I told you guys about Natasha and Melinda. This ASO Fun Day is coming up, and he decided that he wanted to go because of me. He probably wanted to go, but none of his friends in Houston wanted to go. So, but he knew I was going, and he really was just like, oh, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go. At least that's how I perceived it, and that's how he was telling me, like, oh, you're going? Because I wasn't going at first. I decided to go last minute, and so he literally went last minute. Like, dude bought a whole flight the day before to go, and I didn't even think it was that serious, but he ended up coming. And even throughout the whole fun day, we didn't even get to link, because when you're with your friends and you all went out for a weekend, like out of the city, you guys all have your own plan, and I didn't drive, nor did he, so it was just like, you can't just take someone's car and like link up, because it's a group kind of thing. So we didn't even get to link up. We didn't even end up going to the same parties. If we did, we couldn't see each other. But I remember throughout the weekend, we were trying to figure out how to link up and, you know, just hang out. Also, my friends Natasha and Melinda, they came to ASL Fun Day as well, but they don't live in Houston. Well, they do live in Houston, but they don't go to school in Houston. I couldn't even link up with them because I was with a different group, like my Houston group. Well, actually, I saw them one day out of the weekend, but like there was a second day that I didn't get to see them, which I wasn't at. It was a party that I didn't attend because there was like several parties going on, and I thought we were going to the same party, but we actually didn't go to the same party. So the weekend is over. I didn't get to see Casey. And the day before, I didn't get to see Melinda or Natasha. Melinda comes over my house after that weekend. It was like probably 2-3 weeks later after that weekend. She comes over my place to, you know, hang out before she goes back to school. That was like our last hangout before the school semester starts again, because this was like in August, like school's coming back. You know, me and Melinda are hanging out. Natasha calls Melinda on the phone. She knows Melinda's at my house, and she knows we're hanging out. Like, she knows I'm there. So she calls, and she's just like, oh, Melinda, like, is Raisa there too with you? And she's just like, yeah. And she's like, great. I'm gonna talk to you guys and tell you guys something. I'm like, okay, like, what is it? We're all excited. Like, okay, what is it? Because, you know, I love my friends. So, you know, girls just like, you know, juicy time. What is it that she will tell us? So Natasha goes ahead and says, so ASL Fun Day, Casey had got my number. Mind you, Casey's mine. So she's just like, Casey got my number at ASL Fun Day, and then he had got my Snapchat, and then we have just been Snapchatting each other, and we've just been talking, and now like we're talking, and yeah. Belinda's looking at me like, I'm looking at Melinda like, Casey?
This is what you want to use your life out.
In real life, this person, like, there's only one person with this name. So it was just like, Casey? Baby girl, my Casey? The Casey that I come to you and talk about? The Casey that I be asking you for advice about, like, what to do, how to go about it.
You know you can't be prosecuted.
And I was
for
just like,
that.
oh, Casey asked for your number? So that kind of shocked me, because me and Casey were literally planning a date while she called me. Like, we were planning to see each other in Houston, you know what I mean? So that caught me off guard. So at this point, he's talking to her and me at the same time. My Casey asked for your number? And I was just like, when he asked for your number? And she was just like, oh, da, 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 da. And I'm like, okay, so why didn't you tell me that he asked for your number? Oh, it was nothing. When he asked for my number at the time, he just wanted to know, like, he was about to leave somewhere and he wanted to come back, and he just needed my number to make sure the party was still going. I was just like, okay. Maybe if that's true, whatever. You probably didn't think anything of it. Maybe you just thought it was just, he just needed my number. And maybe that's how it really was. I let that slide. But then she says, oh, he started sliding on my Snapchat, calling me beautiful, and like, you know how guys do, like some funny stuff. Even if he was talking to you, why didn't you tell me that he slid up on your story and was like, you know, being funny? Because you knew me and him were talking. So that was very funny on her part. And she told me, yeah, I know it was careless at the time, but it just kind of grew into each other. Like, we started communicating on the phone and texting each other, FaceTiming each other, and I like him. And I was just like, what? You like him? Now I'm in a situation, because it wasn't just like, okay, he's playing me. Now one of my close friends is being so funny. What do you mean you like him? This was only 2 weeks ago. You fell for him this fast? Basically, I was just like, yeah, let me talk to you later. Because I was on the phone, and Melinda was kind of just there like, this has nothing to do with me. And I felt like it had nothing to do with Melinda. So I don't understand why she called Melinda and didn't call me. So that was already a raised flag. You knew what you did was wrong. and you were probably scared to tell me, so you decided to call Melinda like while I was there, probably to calm me down or something. She's saying, oh, I didn't think you really liked him. You made it seem like you didn't like him. Da, da, da. I was like, how did I make it seem like I didn't like him? How? Like, make it make sense. And she basically tried to sabotage me to him, and that was just so messed up. So in that situation, I lost two people. I lost her. I lost my respect for her, because then she asked me, well, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to like not talk to him anymore? I told her, well, yeah. Like, why are you even asking me that? If you're my friend, first of all, if you're my friend, you should have told me to begin with. You're acting like a bird. Secondly, why would you ask me, do you want me to stop talking to him? It's just girl code. When have I ever been so nonchalant? I'm not that nonchalant. I'm nonchalant about a few things, but if I'm talking to a dude and I've been talking to him for a while, why would I just, while I'm still talking to him at that? It's not like I cut him off and we stopped talking for a few months or something. This is currently, why would I be like, yeah, keep talking to him. I'm going to cut him off. You guys just go ahead and have a hurrah or whatever. And then she was just like, well, I'm not going to do that. I was just like, okay, don't do that. But me and you are no longer friends. And some people follow me on this. Like, most of the girls understood, but my guy friends are just like, you should just let them be fun, like, be happy, let them do what they want to do. And I was just like, that's very much bird behavior, because what if I have a boyfriend and my boyfriend starts doing that to her and she doesn't tell me? To me, you can't be trusted. And to me, that's a bird, because you basically want what I had, and who knows how far you could take that to like my future man, or maybe opportunities that I have, like you high-key want it, you might harm me. Who knows? People like that are very scary, and I don't like to keep people like that around. So I cut her off. That girl is done to me. And Casey, he just disappointed me so much, because I've never, just, you know, I had to give you guys a background story about how much he pursued me and how nice and how kind he was to me. I never thought he was that kind of, and shy, like so shy and timid around me. I just never thought he would be the type of person to do that to me. So that truly made me look at him completely different. He told me his side, and I basically found out that she sabotaged my name, but at the same time, I still just thought it was funny, because why move to one of my close friends that you know is my close friends? Why not like why not just leave me alone and go talk to someone else? You know what I mean? But that didn't even last long. He dropped Natasha for me, which I wasn't surprised, because sorry to say it, but me and you are not the same. I doubt Natasha's gonna watch this video, but if she does, me and you are not the same. I'm joking, because I didn't win anything, you know? I was talking to a dude that was just doing it. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the story about a guy who made me look at him completely different. That concludes my Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry if it's a little long. If you guys actually watched this video thoroughly, you guys put a black heart in the comments for me to let me know that you actually watched this video. Thank you for tuning in to another week of X-Ray. X-Ray out.